Hello, everybody. My name is Troublemaker,
And I'm Rangroot.
and this is the 3v3 tournament of Glorious Design.
Today we are seeing Tactical Chaos versus Red Chieftain. On the Nato side we have Saberhawk, McMacky and Griffor making up of Tactical Chaos.
And on the Pact side, we have the Red Chieftains with Nicolae, Ceauşescu, Ho Chi Minh, and Fidel Castro.
And the map today is going to be our Harris, our favourite port city map for today. And yeah, we have a few helicopters off the bat from Saberhawk of quite a lot of Chinooks and Sea Cobras area, including some OHs. Might try and do some Russin into Foxtrot, I guess.
Yeah, that's basically the only place that really ever gets contested on this map. Echo is really hard to contest just because it's so long and awkward.
It's hard to completely control it because, as you said, it's so long and both sides have relatively easy access to it. So it's usually always a stalemate and Echo. Same with Charlie and Goph. Sometimes there's a little bit of movement but in between Charlie and Goph, but not too much.
Yeah, it takes a really, really huge blunder for there to be any kind of movement. I mean, one such blunder could be one side having helos to move forward and the other one not.
Yep, indeed. And we have a lot of infantry from McMacky going to be heading into Charlie. Already mentioned about Saberhawks, lots of Chinooks, and yeah, a lot of infantry from Griff as well. Seems like Nato going for a very infantry-heavy opener. Royal Pact, on the other hand, a few more tanks, not as much infantry. Oh, Red Chieftain actually getting a Burantino right off the bat. And ooh, that's quite interesting. He's going to send it right to Echo. Might try and block the road a little bit in between.
It's a good choice. It's a really large investment, obviously, and it is a good choice for this map because of how narrow the access routes are.
Yeah, very narrow indeed. Also, that Burantino is just great for destroying any infantry covered in. I actually noticed some flares on the bottom side of the map at the moment. It seems like Red might be trying to do a little flank around with some recon guys. Yeah, it seems so. Nicolae and Ho Chi has a recon helicopter and a recon transport helicopter thing.
I'm actually surprised that more people haven't kind of tried to wrap around because there are islands on the south there that you can actually land on and place recon units.
Or AA.
Or AA, exactly. And they're weird little positions that I've seen nobody use. And oh my god, NATO.
Oh wow, NATO air spam. Are we going to see a MiG air spam? Oh, it's got a lot too much of a MiG spam. NATO gonna definitely have the goddamn McMacky. So many Drakens and F-15s. Those Mirages going right in for the MiG-20 runs. Oh wow.
Gets one Mirage so far. This is not looking very good for Pact just yet.
Oh, damn! I think Pact are going to be in a slight air advantage at the moment. They lost the equal number of planes, but their planes are a lot cheaper, as we always mentioned. And that F-15s is dodging that MiG-19 like crazy. Good God.
Yeah, that superior turn advantage is very, very visible right now.
Yeah. We do have a lot of helicopters, so from Saberhawk into Foxtrot, unloading his Mountaineers, gonna get those Strixler Ponachis quite easily, and those Mountaineers gonna be in great spot to ATGM anything that does come from Hotel or Gulf. Yeah, we do have quite a big force from Fidel going into Foxtrot and a little southern flank. That's the CRVs and the Flag Panzer to stop him. Yeah, it probably won't be enough.
He loves on those T-34s.
Yeah, Red Chieftain really always like going for the Pact's Category C type decks.
Category C for newer players refers to units that were produced before 1975. Because of how old they are, they're mass produced, so you get ridiculous numbers of them.
Yep, so you can just get an awful lot of these cheaper, better units, but because you have so many, it doesn't matter. And
there's a certain kind of trade-off where if you have, 180 points worth of tanks running into a 180 point TADU, eventually the TADU will run into the ammunition.
Yeah. and then it will die. We have a little bit recon thing from before isn't gonna work. The OH, I think Saberhawk was just rearming his OH and manages to snipe it before it could even land. That's very bad luck here for the little recon guy. In Echo, just lots of fire. Lots of fire.
Yeah, the Buratino, you know, the big reason why the Buratino kind of ran out of popular play was specifically because you could deploy far cheaper and with less supply costs, air-based napalm.
Yeah, and the Buratino, you only have one shot with it before you need to reload it with supply trucks, making it quite supply intensive. And it has very short range of only 3,500 meters for an artillery piece, which is really, really short.
Oh yeah, and there's some Centurions popping out, probably wanting to try and snake that Buratino because it's 140 point artillery.
Yeah, I think the most directly you'll be able to stop them just on RPG fire. Yep, there goes run. See if we're going to go down. We're going to go down. Good God, his Centurions can just tank so many shots. Never mind. T-55 take him down with 100mm shot. And it's pretty neck and neck so far in Echo. We have Red moving up and Griffor holding onto what he's got with the Fusiliers that he does own. And his Sergeant's also holding the line, quite literally.
It all could come to an end pretty quickly, though. A really powerful napalm there on some Fusiliers, and you might be able to push back this advance.
Yep, right so. But I will think Red will have the advantage in just Yakko side, because they're playing Cat C, they can just get so much more infantry in NATO. They can just keep on attacking and don't have to worry about running out of cards anytime soon.
That's absolutely true. NATO does have a lot of napalm, so eventually it will catch up, but for now they're probably in a position to put a command down.
Yep. We do have a little bit of an attack from Fidel and Foxray as his contribution, and needs back to Veretti's, trying to move in through the bottom part. That are going to get stopped by Herverman, so the Swedish reserve infantry, and Saberhawk. She needed combat flamethrowers, F-16 as well, coming in for a bomb on those T-55s. Ouch, they took a lot of damage on T-55s.
Yes, and we're going to see some good old-fashioned Vietnam reenactment with a little bit of burn from the genie to combat.
Hey, I'm the only one allowed to make bad burn comes in here, fun.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I'll let you go out, fine.
So yeah, neither side is actually. Well, actually, Pact just got a command for Echo, and none coming from NATO. So this is a little bit of advantage going to show up right away for Red Chieftains.
Constant bombing runs from Saberhawk. Seems like Griffor, he's going to completely lose Echo. He's going to completely lose that, and that's not going to be good.
Oh yeah, because on top of knocking at those Fusiliers, they have a T-72 tank pushing forward, and that will stop any infantry in the least.
Yeah.
If you can plant the force, you can use it to try and ambush these two tanks, or 6 tanks coming up. Sorry.
You know, even just like controlling Echo, it really puts quite a threat, even on the Bravo side. Because if you notice in between Bravo and Echo, there's a lot of buildings, a lot of short-range combat areas, and that really favours the Pact Cat C playstyle of getting in close with a crap ton of cheap tanks and just suppress fire from there. So this will be quite hard for TC to really hold off.
Yeah, and we'll see if Red Chaos can keep it up. Once again, the cards do run out, and when you're playing with a lot of these Category C decks, you're favoring cheap quantity over quality, and eventually, if the game goes on too long, you run out of stuff.
Yeah, and then you can't buy anything, and they roll right into your base, and yeah, goes the match. And just like this bloody Red, they are moving up quite a lot. It's just in between Foxtrot and Echo, just so many forces ready to roll right in.
And NATO not able to field any decent numbers of infantry, relying basically on these Hervermans in Echo and the Genie to combat at Foxtrot. And
AMX is behind as well.
It just won't be enough.
We do have his F-16 fighting Falcons, which do have the cluster bombs, making them quite deadly against these very weakly armoured Pact tanks. Oh, great cluster, yeah, knocking out a lot of BMP ones, yeah, and quite a bit of damage.
That, if anything, is going to be the one thing that could possibly bring NATO back, is the fact that they do have a ridiculous amount of planes. They've been using them and killing units with them, and I mean, eventually the Soviet juggernaut has to stop.
Yeah, and just as you see, constant F-16 and A6E tram bombing runs, completely just knocking out bloody platoons of units. Doing quite a great job. Maybe Pact will try and bring up some more AA. Fidel, yeah, they're bringing up quite a few now. Some Bukes and Osa Roms to try to shoot down those pesky F-16s.
And some Floss Biffle.
Flash Bissell? Oh yeah.
It's slightly an AA unit. It's a radar type, autocannon.
Oh, the FLA?
But looks like things have basically neutralized out. Pretty unexpected. Foxtrot has actually been taken by Tactical Chaos, so...
Yeah, I don't think you're going to hold on to it for long. Just Syria's T-34s moving right up.
It's a lot, but look at all these napalmed infantry. Like, if they continue running through this napalm with a lot of cheap tanks and cheap infantry, they're going to lose a lot of them.
And even just the panic stat of just running through the napalm and making them a lot less effective in fighting.
Oh, it'll definitely slow them down pretty heavily.
Yeah,
a Royal Marine is moving through and wiping out flamethrower tanks right now.
Yep. It's quite good stuff, man.
God, it's so fast.
Yeah, those Mountaineers aren't going to be able to hold off their out Dragon 2 ammo, so they're going to eat those 34 cells right up for breakfast. And these Royal Marines, oh, F-16 coming in. That could do quite a bit on the Pact advancement. Oh yeah, taking out a few tanks there. Not as much as I'd like, but still good enough. These Royal Marines getting a good flank as well.
Just lost that tram though. That wasn't a good trade. Yeah. And like that's when you're playing against this style, this Cat C style, you have to make every single trade effective.
You can't counter spam the Pact C. You can't counter spam it. You need to get very cost efficient units. Like bringing a tank that has 15 armor as NATO against a Cat C guy, they will crap their pants because they don't really have any ground based ATGM that can effectively one shot or two shot that tank.
These T-34s, their main gun will their ammunition will actually bounce off. a good Leopard 2.
Yeah. Imagine actually a World War II tank being used on a cold draw setting. It's a little bit worrisome. There are only 10 points, making them quite powerful if you just have a complete mass of them, as we see at the moment.
Probably for the Polish, they'd have to rip them out of the museums. Just like, stream them out of the museums. Come on, boys, they're all operational.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah.
And I think Pact may try and neutralise Foxtrot sometime soon so he can start gaining a bleed advantage against NATO. Because just zooming out, Foxtrot is completely red over the amount of blue that's covering the background.
Yeah. And I mean, those numbers are not indicative of a complete lead, it's just that's the deck they chose to go with. Ridiculous numbers.
Ridiculous numbers indeed.
I mean, the southern flank is actually starting to slow down. They've gotten enough Fusiliers and however many in place to actually wipe out the forward advance. They're going to be able to push forward, and there's not much potent infantry sitting in the middle here. Just small packs, and they're moving into command here, and they're going to be able to start bleeding themselves. So Tactical Chaos putting themselves in good position for now.
They just need to hold on to Foxtrot, as they don't have anything left in ya. That CV is completely open to attack. If it does get spotted, please move it out. Please move it out.
On the plus side, it has a gun on it, and I mean, a command could probably kill one of these T-34s with that.
Yeah. 20mm autocannons are not to be messed with. It was SGLV 102s, I believe they're just Centurions. Yeah, just like Centurion tanks, 20 points or something. Doing a pretty good job tanking those T-34s. Because Centurion can eat up a few of the T-34 cells. as it doesn't really have great penetration. So yeah, these cheap tanks are being quite cost effective.
Yeah, surprisingly now, he's gonna have to creep through this forest, which he doesn't want to do. He doesn't exactly know where this command is. The Ural that's in there doesn't have vision, so we can't exactly see it.
Oh, it's getting very close, so it's like literally 5 meters away from CV.
Yeah.
Can he see it?
No, he
doesn't see it.
Yeah, he has zero stealth on it, so he cannot. It's impossible. There's no world in which that Ural will ever see that command.
Damn, that must be like bloody blind guy driving it. Stevie Wonder.
Ray Charles, yeah. I got a woman.
Nato did try to do a bit of a helicopter landing near Foxtrot, but Pact has such a great AA net at the moment, just these crappy CSUs, 23s, even though they don't have the best range, there's just so many of them all spread out, it's very hard to really get any helicopters nearby. Not really any helicopter play from both sides.
But one of the good things with the ZSU is that it has a really, really high chance of getting a stun off.
And also, unlike missile-based AA, you don't really have to babysit it. So you don't have to like have supply trucks sitting right next to the CSU all the time. You can just leave it alone all by itself, and you do a lot of damage. Raven coming out from Nato, a little bit of lag there from my game. This should be fine now. Raven just flying around, trying to get some radar kills. Raven's going to have to kill an awful lot of these Pact units to try and make itself cost efficient.
Oh dear lord, yes.
Yeah, it's going to
It'll probably be near the end of the game where it becomes cost effective. So Tactical Chaos is actually winning right now.
Yeah, they are in the lead at the moment. 25 minutes left on the clock. Still pretty close though, it could go anyway.
Yeah, we do have a spot having Fidel Castro calling attack on the command, so relatively soon, and it's actually gone.
Oh, yeah. Was that an ATGM that got it, or was that like the crash plane that blew it up?
Oh, sorry, he's actually moved it out of the zone. Slightly, so it's still it's on that, it's kind of a bug actually, I guess. Like, they put it on the border, and on the border is good enough. So that fire doesn't missed it because of that.
Yep. And it's a little bit of a stalemate from Pact, trying to move up. But
yeah,
it's gaining too much ground. There's quite an intense fight at the moment. It really could go any way in. Most matches you can usually tell, you know, who has the advantage, but here it's very, very neck on neck.
I mean, I think it's kind of obvious that Pact has the advantage if this was destruction, but like these napalms in the woods blocking these infantry from moving in constantly are not working for Red Chieftain, they're working against them.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, there's something they can do. Oh, here comes.
Oh, commandos, see? Kind of commandos? Yeah. Good old sneaky commandos, manage an RPG. That's ZB, the Kingdom Come. And now Pact only getting a +2 bleed against TC, Tactical Chaos.
Wow, that's actually...
That's not good.
Not at all. And on the plus side, the number of infantry cards on the Pact side seems to be diminishing pretty fast.
Yeah, I think Pact are going for more AA, because they've just been bringing out AA unit after AA unit and these cheap T-55s and SUs to really fill their ranks.
And the southern flank is actually starting to look kind of good for them again. They're using that Buratino to try and slowly wither away the Fusiliers.
There's a couple of them getting burned at the moment. Too bad I can't just jump in the water and try to get it off. So it is napalm. So napalm just sticks you in water, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, I think so. I think you have to actually dive to get under the fire.
Yeah. Bloody napalm, man. Horrible substance.
Don't do napalm, kids.
Great lesson. And do you have this little like NATO fortification just on the left side of Foxtrot, holding out to what they got against this huge Pact force?
Yeah, and they, like, that's a lot of units. That's
Yeah, a lot of power
hundreds
troops
of
with
infantry.
mountaineers. And they're in a very good fortified position.
It will take a long time for them to clear this, but
Yeah.
I mean, Red Chieftains do have the right unit for this. They brought out sappers. They're the guys.
Those flamethrower infantry will make short work of any infantry that is in a fortified position, as flamethrowers do burn down buildings, do lots of damage.
So, do you think there'll be Chinese people in Red Dragon?
Well, China's gonna be in Red Dragon. So most likely there's going to be Chinese people, Mr. Troublemaker. Any other questions?
Well, it's just that in this game, they had in the cards pictures of black people. Right?
Oh god, I don't want to go... Oh,
No,
okay.
there were pictures of black people in the cards. That you can see the picture, and then you go to the unit, and then the unit's all white people.
Yeah?
So, and no one put on their signature yet, black people in Red Dragon, or like that hasn't happened. So I'm kind of thinking like it might not happen. There might be no black people in Red Dragon.
I don't even want to touch that subject.
Okay.
But yeah, right. No one's really put that as a signature. They have signatures for everything else. I've seen some pictures of North Korean tanks. Some of them have Strelas strapped on top of them.
They're all very makeshift. I mean,
yeah, but I'm thinking in terms of metagame. Imagine if like a bunch of North Korean T-55s, T-64s, and T-72s, they had just a crappy Strela 2 launcher on every single one of them. You're not going to really attack them with helicopters unless you're at a very long range. If they try to bomb you and you have like 55 or like 20 T-55s for all your Strelas, it's going to be quite scary. So I was just seeing that, and I don't know how it'd go, but AA guns and my tanks, I can't really complain. The French kind of already have that with auto cannons.
I don't know who's going to be scarier in terms of numbers, the Chinese or the North Koreans.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
I think the Chinese are supposed to be on the
Pact side.
You sure? I thought it was the other way around. They're the enemy of the Russians.
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, so I won't say anything. I don't want to be corrected.
Good call, me neither.
Yeah. So back and forth attacks between both sides. Pact managed to secure the whole bottom part of Echo Commandos, even not directly. And they're just gaining the bleed at the moment. They are definitely in the lead. All they need to really do is hold on to what they got for the rest of the match, and they should be able to win.
I mean, the unit choices of both sides. The NATO are trying to roll out as many infantry as possible to try and just take these positions back, and the Pact are rolling out a lot of napalm, a lot of AA, a lot of tanks. Because they're looking to burn down the infantry and clean them up in the open field.
Yep. Just back and forth. Lots of attacks. Constant action. It's all here, folks. Sappers moving back down into the bottom part of Echo. Then we burning up the rest of the infantry now.
And there's not many of them. Actually, I'm surprised that they have a recon unit here with its guns on. That feels like it should be a bit of a misstep.
Yeah, but that recon unit is going to be a frontline unit today. But probably not for too long, as those sappers will pay him a friendly visit. With flamethrowers, of course.
I detect a bit of sarcasm in this.
It's good that you can detect sarcasm.
It's part of being Canadian, actually. When you get your citizenship, you'll find out.
Soon.
Are you a citizen?
No, I'm becoming a resident. Or I have to do my medical in a month, and yeah, I can never get kicked out of Canada, which is quite nice.
Well, you are British, so
yeah.
It's pretty easy to get a citizenship in the colonies.
Oh, is that? Oh yeah, god damn! We have 5 B-24M rocket artillery from Fidel Castro. Those are the really cheap World War II style rocket artillery players, and that's an awful lot of them. Probably around do much actual physical damage, but the morale damage of what that thing will do will be quite spectacular. Even that Berentino, yeah, Berentino did a great job actually firing into all those NATO garrisoned area just left of Foxtrot.
Well, the big advantage to the ground-based artillery fire is that they can fire on the spot, whereas you have to wait for that bomber to come in, and the opportunity might be lost.
And it's a lot safer.
That as well, and I have a feeling that these old artillery units, they might get used for either whittling away at vehicles or trying to stop advances, either or.
Yeah, seems like what they're trying to do at the moment. It's going to be constantly firing. That's going to reposition a little bit.
That's actually one of the biggest change, I think, from European Escalation to Airland Battle is in European Escalation, artillery was all about having an artillery unit that you can fire from the very beginning of the game to the end of the game, and in this one, it's just very specific.
Supportive. Yeah, in European Escalation, artillery was the king of battle. That was fact. It usually turned into long artillery rules, as European Escalation only had destruction. Here, artillery plays more supportive role. Not really a complete killer unless you use heavy tube artillery, but the mortars and the rocket artillery, medium artillery, are usually better for smoking, killing lightly armoured units, or just suppressing the enemy. Which is, I think, is an awful lot better. Yeah, so you see a huge rocket artillery barrage. That's a lot of 240mm rockets.
Everything got stunned at once.
Wow, that was a sight to see.
Yeah, I got a lot of vehicle damage done in that one barrage there. Most importantly is the story surviving TPZ Poops with 1 hit point.
Oh yeah. Little Fuchs, that good, I see it right, yeah. It's right behind the set. It's literally right behind the set.
And actually, a few more hits and movements like that, and they might actually lose those two sectors in the front.
Yeah, and that won't be good at all, because that's what's really stopping the whole Pact advance at the moment. Because if they capture those sectors, heck, Red could move up into Delta, Bravo. It really just gives them a whole attack option to choose from.
Oh yeah, and that Delta base would be very, very hard to remove them from.
Yeah.
They can place AT in one of those forward sectors, and then any tank or vehicle that comes out will just get cleaved.
Oh my, there's a TATU for Red. I think 2 of them rent Catsy and 1 of them rent normal. Because Ho Chi Minh, he has a TATU. I've seen him use a few BMPTs as well throughout the match, but damn, that TATU will do quite a bit of damage, to be honest, and it's going around the flank of this whole NATO advance, so we'll be able to shoot into him quite effectively. Yeah, and we're now in Abrams. Oh, losing 6 HP points from a very nasty side shot.
I love how normal, like one person playing normal means they're playing Soviet.
I think it's a pretty good mix having 2 guys go Catsy and 1 guy goes proper Soviet. Because that proper Soviet guy will be your heavy bunker buster in terms of killing the Leopard 4, the M1A and Abrams, the more heavier buffy units that Pact or NATO can bring.
And it's definitely worked out really well in terms of this AA net, because here we are 13 minutes left in the game and there's not a single bomber, not a fighter, nothing in the air for NATO.
Yeah, same with Pact, not really bringing out any more planes at the moment. I think NATO realises that Pact is just such a huge AA net, it's not even worth it. I also like to note at top left of the map, McMacky has 4 B-cans. That's a lot of pretty heavy artillery. A lot of suppressive fire. I think he's playing Cat C Sweden. I talked to him earlier, and I think he was playing Cat C Sweden in this match, which is yeah, Cat. No, I never really seen anyone play Cat C Sweden.
And with these Category C decks, usually what you have is a bunch of moderately expensive artillery units at the end, so that if you run out of things to spend on, you can rally out some artillery and make use of somebody else's FOB.
Kill them from 20,000 meters away. My favorite way to stop an advancing force.
Huge push at Foxtrot Centurions. Could be their sort of last surge.
Yep. You only have like 12 minutes left, and Red are in the lead, but just an awful lot.
Yeah, and they're actually spinning up every single part. They have infantry pushing on the south, they have their tanks moving to the north, there's a napalm blocking the road, so they're not going to get too far just yet. But they are clearing it quite a bit, and I mean, it's really hard for them to come back right now.
Yeah, it's gonna require a little bit of a miracle.
And they're going against a lot of infantry in the woods right now, and that's going to give them flanking positions. So this push, which is, you know, it's relatively sizable, but it's not massive. It actually has to go all the way through Foxtrot, and it has to hit Hotel.
Yeah, it has to push right through this giant packed clutter at the moment. You know, a lot of it is okay. Yes, actually a lot of tanks. They won't really try and downsize it, but they're gonna have to push right through like a razor if they want to win this. They're actually gonna try and neutralize Fox right now with a M201 CV. A rocket artillery firing. It's gonna be raining down rockets on your sappers. It's raining down.
That's a ridiculous amount of stuff.
A second barrage. You have 8 of those rocket artillery. 8 of them.
And I think that's just another sign that one of those Pact players that run out of units and are just only rallying out these units just for the sake of, you know...
Yeah, just for the sake of it.
Spending cards. And they're just using whatever kind of FOB resource they have left. You look at their FOB on red, it's completely empty.
Oh god, yeah.
Like, that's how much resources these rocket artillery use, and the same thing's kind of happening at the NATO side. Like, they have 2 FOBs, and they're starting to fall apart.
Why not? Yeah, it was B-cans who take up quite a lot of supplies, especially when you're constantly firing them.
I'm sure their teammates are absolutely thrilled that they've lost all their supplies.
So these MI8s are really going to be the only thing that's going to be supplying the rest of the Pact forces for the last 10 minutes stretch of the match. This will probably be a time victory.
Yeah, very, very soon. The push still seems to be making headway. I mean, he could actually get that UAZ, that Jeep Command, but will he be able to get over to Hotel?
No. Probably not. Yeah, I'm gonna think that as well.
There's a T-80U in the way. There's less T-64s.
AA up the butt. It's gonna be quite hard to try and do anything in the Foxtrot side. Same with the Echo. Yeah, maybe a push into... Oh, they're actually doing a push into Charlie. I mean, into a bloody... Bravo, I can't read it. Oh, Goth. Top right, Goth.
Yeah, and this is just... He's pushing forward his defenses. And since it's been on touch for most of the game, there really isn't a ton there.
Yeah.
Really great smoke in that region.
I think out of all the choices for TC to attack, yeah, it was probably their best bet.
Well, yeah, and the fact that they have so many infantry up there, though, is kind of a tell as to why they might have lost Foxtrot or Echo.
Yeah, here comes the SKBs. They're going to be dropping down some HE fire. And those will do quite a bit of damage if they do hit. Oh, he's going to go straight for the CV. Oh, he misses both times. The reservemen's move up. There was a pretty good reserve infantry. If they can actually get into the buildings and actually get the cover, it'd be an awful lot better.
And this Ceauşescu, that doesn't sound like a proper pronunciation, just moving forward and actually doing some pretty crazy damage, might be able to leapfrog forward into the command very soon. Yeah,
KA-29 is really laying down the heat with sort of 7.62 minigun. Yeah, literally a minigun, 7.62.
feels like the Terminator all over again. You're down, it's a minigun!
Kills to zeros, seriously. Terminator 2 has worst KD out of all of them.
Well, I have a sneaking suspicion.
What's your sneaking suspicion, Mr. Troublemaker?
That these Troublemaker are installed. Because we just got a bomber coming out.
Yeah.
And oh my god, there we go.
Yep, napalm. The idea of reinforcements coming up as well. Sea Cobra from Saberhawk, Mountaineers as well. I think it's just in the best interest for everyone. Oh yeah, it seems like the whole of TC are going to be using their forces to try and take Goth. We even have a bunch of tanks on the southern side of Goth firing into it with their powerful cannons.
Yes, Leopard. That actually cleared out all the vehicles, which are pretty much the most threatening thing against this push. And there's...
Oh, Su-23. Oh, get shot Leopard 2.
Very, very few infantry cards left on the board for basically either team. And it's all going to be come down to the seconds. Like, if they can push fast enough, get that command out, and even move their own command in, that would be absolutely huge.
Yeah, if Saberhawk can just somehow manage to maneuver his tanks around the bottom part of Goth, it doesn't know what's going to happen because the MiG-27 and T-55 don't really like unexpected visitors, and yeah, BMPT from Ho Chi Minh. And because Pact just has a reinforcement point right next to Goth in India, they can just bring out all these Mi-28s and a lot of points that they've been saving up to completely stop his push.
Yeah, it looks like all the infantry are pretty well wiped out. The 30 Mountaineers are kind of the last hope. And this ain't Star Wars. Dear God.
I wonder if anyone will get a Star Wars reference.
How about the one about the Disney princess?
Which one?
Leia. Princess Leia, the Disney princess. Oh, you didn't hear that joke enough? Okay.
No.
It's the first, like, frigging month of them announcing, like, oh, does that mean Leia's a Disney princess?
Oh! Yeah, it took me a while to, gears moving in my head now, right? I understand.
Seriously, your Facebook account wasn't lit up, like, for a month with, people like, oh my god, is Leia a Disney princess?
Nope.
Must be a Canadian.
I know, I'm a lucky git.
Must be all my American friends.
We're just going to have a second CV moving up into Goth to try and completely secure it. And I think TC are going to be surrendering now, realising that there's not really anything they can do. Well, I got Griffor anyway.
Yeah, well, Griffor could be their Category C player. He might be out of might be out of anything, but
I think that's McMacky doing the 3 just Cat C thing. I think Griffor's playing just mixed Nato.
Oh, but there's a slight advantage given, and I don't know if this is a rule against them or not, but if you leave a game, you gain extra availability.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, I don't know if there's a rule in the book that says you can't leave a game, and if you leave a game, you lose, but if people are vindictive enough, they could do that. Because this game is continuing on, and it's
3 minutes left, and there's a lot of point to catch up to. I think you're now going to be the winner here.
Yeah, Griffor making the right choice.
Yeah, an unexpected turn of events. Because you think leaving your teammates in these tournament matches isn't always the best idea, but if you want to give them availability and cards and a bit more extra DOS, it actually turns out to be a better investment altogether.
I've had a few games myself where I will leave, and I only pub, of course, and I'll leave, and...
you only pub?
Oh yeah, I only...
Oh, you poor, so...
And, yeah, like, people will come back to me after and they'll say, like, oh, why did you leave? We won. And I was like, well, you probably won because I left. Truth be told.
Oh, but you only play pubs, you're missing out.
Yeah, well, I pub with some pretty, high-profile players.
Mm-hmm.
I had a game with Amber T yesterday. He kicked my
Against
bum.
him?
Yes, yes.
Did
That
he
was-
recognize you? That's the question.
I don't know. We're very quiet people.
Oh. But yeah, 2 minutes left. Not much to say, just slow attack, everyone on PA rooms on the little bottom part of Golf.
If anyone ever recognizes me in a game, I always pretend like they're like a senior citizen. Because what they say, they're adjusting their glasses, looking at me, like, TMC, is that you?
We did a little bit of an attack from Foxtrot. Seems like Red just moving up into Delta. Try and finish us off. Because there's absolutely nothing in Delta. Absolutely nothing left. So they're just going to be mopping up the floor now.
Yeah, that's really my favorite part of playing Cat C decks, is that you do have the possibility of moving up with these mothballs of tanks.
Yeah. It's like...
The risk is low.
You just select them all, right click somewhere, get your Pepsi out, lean back and enjoy the carnage of you getting Nighthawked and cluster bombed.
You can't even micro a Cat C deck. Like, they get one shot every time. So you just kind of just...
You just select, tell them to move up and hope for the best. That's usually how I play it.
Yeah, sometimes I'll try and create flanks with them and move in multi-flanks, but even then, like, it only has moderate extra advantages.
You know, when I play Cat C, I usually just spam H6 C34 send on flank. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It hasn't been working for the past few days. We did 2 Sea Cobras here to try and stop this and some SCRVs. And yeah, it was Pact attack is going to go down. 30 seconds left. He's actually using a really cheap Sea Cobras, not the one with the Nato, but the one with a very standard tow missile.
Super Cobra you're thinking about.
Oh yeah, Super Cobra. Super Cobra is like 5 points more, but it gets Nato missile, which is just infinitely better. You know, it doesn't make too much of a difference though, because Pact are playing Cat C, so criticized with that soon. And yeah, real big game.
And
Red
done.
Chieftain bringing in another victory, bringing home the bacon.
I mean, pretty even scoreboard.
Yeah.
2,000 point difference, but given the size of the armies and the scale, that's pretty damn close.
Yeah, it was a pretty good match indeed, I have to say. Yeah, we did kind of turn into a snowball effect for Red Chieftain after like the 20-minute mark, because they just completely managed to capture both flanks and hold on to it very well with their complete mothball of units.
Indeedy.
And yeah, that's all we have time for. I'm Rangroot.
I'm Troublemaker.
Take it easy.